What's good, y'all? This is going to be a review of the movie Batman v Superman. Now, I've seen many reviews. I've seen many. And let me tell you, the reviews I saw wasn't like how I'm going to give tonight. If you guys don't want to hear what happened, I'm going to be hitting you with a few spoilers. Now, I'm not that great with all the details and things. I'm just going to run through real quick about my certain things that happen. I'm just really thinking about one big deal here. That's that fight between Batman and Superman. I've been wanting to see and hear this. They've been saying a lot of different things. They've been misleading you there. I'm going to let you know exactly what it is. So if you don't want to know, cut it off right now. I'm about to blow it all. I'm going to save the best for last. Now, let's see. They did have, and I'm not doing anything in order here. I'm just going to throw some things up as it goes. They did have The Flash, and they did have Aquaman. They did some real quick, cameos. They weren't even really on screen for no more than a minute apiece. 2 minutes at the most apiece. But they were in there. They're definitely setting this film up for a Justice League movie that's going to be coming out next year, in 2017. And they did have Cyborg in there. It was real quick. You gotta, like really be paying attention, or you won't really, you miss it. The fights. Let me tell you, the fights were epic. Now, also, I never heard anybody talk about. I went to a 4D movie, so it was straight 4D. I paid $28 for my ticket. It wasn't cheap. That's not for you cheap people out there that, not wanting to spend some paper. Let me see if I still got my receipt on me or whatever. That's in my jacket. But yeah, man, that movie definitely $28. It was worth, and that's only one ticket. It was worth it. What I did was I snuck a couple of nutrition bars in my, inside of my jacket, so that this way I didn't have to spend like $13 or $15 on some popcorn or whatever the case, and no sodas and stuff. So therefore, you're gonna spend like $30 at the movies anyway. You might as well just go ahead, spend like $2 on some snacks, sneak it in, and let me tell you, ladies or gentlemen, ladies, if you bring a pocketbook, or gentlemen, if you bring a backpack, they're gonna check your bags. So don't try to bring no big old thing of chips and popcorn or sodas or beer or whatever the case and sneaking in the movie theater. It's not gonna happen. You can have like a jacket, coat, whatever, stuffing in the pockets real quick. As long as it's not bulging out like crazy, you can get it, you can get it in with no problem. Now, when I sat down, this is my first experience with 4D. Everybody knows what 3D is. 4D, my first experience with 4D, first off, was when I sat down, the first thing that I noticed was they had a button on the right armrest that said water on, water off. And what that means, as the certain things are going on in the movie theater, you get sprayed and hit with water. And no, it's not nasty, don't worry. You don't have to worry about contamination, cooties, or just whatever. But let me tell you, the fight scenes were not like any other. X-Men, Avengers, other other Superman, other Batman movies, all that. Like this was really taking it to a whole nother level. You know, I just saw Deadpool about 2 weeks ago, and Deadpool raised the bar, but this took it to all levels where you can't even see. You can't see that bar up there. You can't see that. That's how far they raised the bar. It was awesome. The seats, like they have about 6 seats that's connected. Then there's a little space, and then they have 6 more seats, and then 6 more seats. Then I was looking at, when I had my shades on and everything, I was looking at how the different seats and different rows were all rocking. Like, I mean, they had you rocking, not no little tremble or whatever. Like, it was real big earthquake type trembles. It was, the seats was really rocking. The seats was going forward. They was going back. The seats was like, I was feeling like punches and jerks and jabs in my back. And no, it wasn't something that was uncomfortable, because, you know, thinking about that, even as I'm saying it, I'm just trying to picture that, being that I experienced it. You have to go there. It's not nothing like, yo, it puts you in the action. Like, of course you feel like you can reach out and touch and grab, like the stuff is right there in your face. Then they had the lights going off and on, like the thunder and lightning was going on in the theater right there. They had the misty rain come down and shoot and hit you every now and then. They had a different breeze of air on your left or your right, even down by your legs, like you can feel like the air. Oh my God. The helicopter scenes. You're sitting forward in the chairs like it's rocking forward. Then it has you going back or whatever the case, and how you bouncing like this. Like, oh, yo, that movie was crazy. Wonder Woman is a beast, B. Like, yo, let me tell you, she gets it in. She really goes hard for her. She's not like no other Wonder Woman I've seen ever. She is, yo, she did her thing. And she's very, very sexy. Wonder Woman. She didn't have her invisible jet, but it didn't matter. Now, let me see. People was hating on Lex Luthor. They was hating on the dude playing Lex. And to be honest, from listening to the people that hated on him, and even the commentaries and things, like the professional ones, everybody on YouTube and everything, I really went in there anticipating being upset over Lex. Because everybody knows the Lex from the Superman series, Smallville series and stuff like that. Like, they was thinking about like him type of Lex. And to be honest, this dude, he was awesome. I loved him. Y'all don't understand. Let me explain. There has to be evolution of different people. Like, they have to start from one thing to develop into something else. Lex, you see it in the commercial stuff. He had hair and everything. And here comes the spoilers here, y'all. In the end, he goes to jail and he gets his hair shaved off. He's bald head. So I can understand his steps and phases, and he was more lighthearted or whatever. And I believe in the next one as it goes, he's going to get more of that serious type of evil Lex to him. This one, he was kind of like more like a mad, happy-go-lucky type of gullible type of dude or whatever the case. You know, very evil, but still he didn't have like the real seriousness to him. I think this is going to really get him up more serious. Man, there's so much stuff I could talk about. Let's get to. I'm trying to save the Batman versus Superman fight for the very end. So let me just see if there's anything else I want to talk to you about before I wrap this up. The destruction. Let me tell you, Superman, from the very beginning, whoever he was fighting, he was tearing the whole city up. Like, you know, we all know the World Trade Center bombings. That's nothing compared to what Superman's destruction did in the beginning of the film. I can understand why Batman was mad at him. Yo, he killed thousands and thousands of people. And, you know, Batman's not really like a sloppy crime fighter like that. He ain't killing people and stuff like that. Like, that's kind of like deep. Now, as they get into the movie and stuff like that, and they start fighting the different villains or whatever, there was some destruction and fighting and killing and things going on. But every time Superman was involved, no matter what fight Superman was involved in, there was thousands of people, thousands. I mean, if not 100,000 people minimum would get killed each time. Like, come on. You can't evacuate the whole city. You know, like I said, look at how the World Trade Center thing happened. And just picture within that vicinity, that building, the towers. But picture half of Manhattan just getting torn and ripped up, like randomly, like all over the place, like here and there. Like, it's no way for you to be able to get out of there. Like, yo, it was crazy. Now we're going to get to the fight now. We're going to get to the Batman versus Superman fisticuffs. I always knew it. I always knew it. Superman I don't know what y'all leaving the comments down here and let me know before I get to telling you about this fight how you think it went down. Who's your favorite? Who you like? Who you just think won? Who you think would win? I'm gonna give you a second to think about that, and I'm gonna think about something else and put while you're putting that down, pausing or whatever. Let me see, what else can I tell you about this movie here? Doomsday. Doomsday was definitely a beast. Doomsday, the fight with Doomsday was really like, was off the chain, was ridiculous. Like another 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people or more got killed. Had to be. Like, they was killing everybody, man. Everything was getting blown up in all type of nuclear things and stuff that's going off, bombs and stuff. Like, it was really, it was incredible. Now, to the fight. Batman brought the noise. Superman can't mess with Batman, y'all. And I'm not saying it because I'm the vegan Batman. Batman said he was going to make Superman bleed. Batman said he was going to bring Superman to his demise. Batman is the truth. Superman gave it everything he got. They made it seem like it was something else or whatever, like Superman was all extra tough. And let me tell you, Batman is a force to be reckoned with. He brought Superman, he chopped him down, y'all. He did him dirty. Like, I don't even like Superman like that. And I felt sorry for Superman, how dirty Batman did him. Ben Affleck, you the man, bro. But it doesn't matter who played Batman. It could have been the Batman from back in the 60s. Doesn't matter. I was always been down with Batman. Always gonna be down with Batman. Batman could have lost this fight. I still would have been down with Batman. It just so happens that Batman brought the noise. And he was 2 seconds off of killing him. 2 seconds. And luckily, Lois Lane came and saved him. Because you know how you can kill Superman. You can make him weak and everything with the kryptonite thing and all that. And you know how Batman is a master of the gadgets and everything. He created a couple of different type of gadgets, a few different type of gadgets to neutralize Superman's powers to make him a regular guy, and then regular guy to somebody that's in the suit that's just, you know, just the man outsmarting him and everything. Yo, he put this gas that he was shooting him with the gas or whatever case, the gas like made him all weak and wobbly and brought him down to his knees. And then he did that a couple of times, and when Superman like shook it off and got it together and all that stuff, then Batman hit him with it again later on after Superman tried to, you know, throw Batman through some walls and all this and that, other type of things, that it wasn't happening with that extra super suit that Batman had. And then there was the spear that he was this close to Batman's chest or whatever from puncturing in his chest. But what happened was Lois came through, and luckily, if it wasn't for Lois, man, I say if it wasn't for Lois, Superman would be out of here. But let me tell you, once they got it together and everything, and they teamed up, thanks to Lois, but Superman was on his deathbed from the hands of the Bat. When they was fighting, Superman sacrificed his life, and Doomsday, while he killed Doomsday with the combination of Wonder Woman and Batman all together, but Superman did the final little blow to thrust that kryptonite spear. He thrust it through Doomsday's chest, and Doomsday created some type of, you know, and Batman was already, Superman was already weak because the kryptonite spear was kryptonite. Doomsday did some type of hand spear and jabbed it through Superman's chest. So long story short, Superman died, had a funeral and everything like that. But for y'all Superman fans, just calm down for y'all Superman fans. Superman. Anyway, towards the end, they had a burial for him and everything. At the last very second before the movie went off, you seen some of the, you know how you do the grave, you do a burial, and they don't exactly cover the casket and everything. You know, you take a handful of dirt, throw it in there, whatever. Well, Lois did that right before the movie ended, and then when she walked away, right before the movie ended, then all of a sudden you seen some of the gravel like, kind of like float up from, you know, from off the coffin or whatever the case. Like, the coffin didn't open, but you seen like some type of whatever, like Superman like regenerated because he was away from the kryptonite or whatever the case. So, yeah. So he'll probably be back again with the Justice League and all that stuff. But trust me, if Lois didn't save Superman, Batman would have thrusted that spear through Superman's heart, through his chest, and that would have been it for Superman, for real, for real. So at the end of the day, that's what it is. Batman brought the noise, brought him to the knees. Batman's the man. Holla at your boy, Vegan Batman. That's my review. 4D, off the chain, $28. It was definitely worth it. Go see it. Spend that paper. Don't be cheap. You know what I'm saying? If you can't really afford that, get another job or something, man. Get your grind on. Come on, it's 2016. It ain't time for nobody being cheap these days. No excuse out there. But go ahead, spend that paper. It's definitely worth it. And I told you the key. Sneak them snacks in, you know, in your jacket or whatever the case. And this way you can save from spending all that money at the concession stand. And that's what it is. So holla at your boy. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Leave the comments below. Not about me, it's about we. Holla.